How you doing? This is Black Shy Guy here. Welcome once again to another podcast episode, and we're here to discuss the debate. It is what it is. We got to discuss the debate. It's what's going on in the world. It's what's going to change a lot of things, and we got a long way. We still got a long way, and we all know for a fact. Listen, before I even get into everything, right? Before I even get into everything, okay? Make sure you grab your drink. Make sure you get comfortable. And for those who don't like political discussions or whatever the case may be, I understand if you want to excuse yourself, because a lot of people get touchy, a lot of friends get lost, a lot of families get mad when it comes to political discussions. So you can excuse yourself. I understand. I will perfectly understand. But before you go, don't forget to hit that like button. But before we start, I thank you for sitting at my table. We are going to discuss the political debate that just happened. And I know it just didn't happen, but it's the first time I'm talking about it. And it was an interesting watch. It was an interesting watch, okay? And I know a lot of people are like, oh, who cares about the debate? I like watching debates. Even though the debates are getting kind of childish. I mean, you got people raising their hands to answer questions. You got it's just weird. It's just weird. I don't understand why they got people doing that. I don't understand why they got people doing that. I was really, really disappointed. Really disappointed in Tim Scott. Like, seriously, Tim Scott. What? Tim Scott was like trying to play the referee and trying to be all nice and cordial. Man, you gotta get in there and get yours. You gotta get yours, Scott. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Like, he was being way too nice, trying to calm everybody down, trying to tell everybody that they're acting childish. Listen, it's a debate, Scott. It's a debate. You got to get in there and get yours. And he wasn't getting his at all. He was literally boring. I got to admit it. I'm sorry. I know the man is a brother, but he was boring as hell. He was way too nice. Way too nice. But it didn't stop Vivek Ramaswamy. Yo, that man was in there. You know what? Listen, we all know what's going on in this debate. We all know what's going on in this race. Ain't no way any of these people have a chance to beat Trump. Let's say Trump doesn't get arrested, doesn't get put behind bars, and he's able to run for presidency, right? Obviously, that's what they're running for. Maybe that's what they're running for. Maybe they're running for, just in case Trump gets put away, somebody has to run for the Republicans. So maybe they're running for runner-up. You know what I mean? But if Trump doesn't get put away, there's no way any of these guys are beating him. Any of these guys are beating him. At all. DeSantis, he was okay. I mean, even though DeSantis seems like he doesn't know how to make decisions on his own. You know what I mean? Like, when they asked about the Trump situation, when they asked who will basically have Trump's back if you get the presidency, you know, basically a question like that. Everybody raised their hand, and DeSantis looked around like a little kid going, I guess I should raise my hand. DeSantis, make a damn decision. You can't wait till everybody else raised their hand so you can make your decision. You can't do that. That's not a leader. That's a follower. So DeSantis, I do like him. I'm not going to lie, but I'm not going to front on you guys. I like Ramaswamy. I like him. And obviously, to me, he's running to be vice president. He's running to be the second hand of Donald Trump. That's all he's running for, I believe. And I don't think he's a bad choice. I think he should definitely be Trump's right-hand man. And the man was talking great about Trump all night. You know what I mean? He was talking about Trump all night. And when they asked that question about Trump, he was the first one to raise his hand. He was like up there. His hand was up there like a little kid. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it was all good. But the thing is, everybody in that Republican debate hated Ramaswamy. They really hated. Every time Vivek Ramaswamy was talking, they were like,
who the fuck is that guy?
You know what I'm saying? They kept saying that every time he was talking. That's what they kept saying. Because Vivek Ramaswamy wouldn't shut up. He wouldn't shut up. In some cases, he was annoying, but in some cases, he was hitting it on the nose. And what he wanted was attention, because crazy attention is better than no attention. That's what people got to understand. That's what people got to understand. Even though some attention that Vivek got were negative, it's still attention. You're still being talked about. You're still being talked about in a room full of people who don't know you from Adam personally. So it's really good for him. You got people in the news, right? In the news media saying he wouldn't shut up. He was kind of annoying. He was kind of a pompous asshole, whatever the case may be. Shut up. Shut up. The man was talking because he wants to get noticed. How are you going to get noticed if you're just quiet in the corner, like the way Tim Scott was? You want him to be a Tim Scott, because Tim Scott was literally someone who found himself in a room full of talkative individuals, and he was standing by waiting to jump in when it got hot. That's what Tim Scott was doing. And he was not entertaining whatsoever. He didn't even have no hard-hitting points. I mean, Vivek, to me, was the talk of the night. He made the debate interesting. He made it worth watching. And I can't wait for more. The thing about this debate, though, like I said, it was, everything was for runner-up. I mean, Trump is leading by the polls by more than 40%. By more than 40%. I mean, he's easily going to be the one running for president if he doesn't get put behind bars. I mean, a lot of things can happen. I'm not going to lie. A lot of things can happen. Freaking DeSantis can make a jump. But I don't see DeSantis being the same man he was when he first appeared against the media, when he was doing all them things in Florida, when he was causing such an impact for Florida and he was going against the media. I want that man, but that man is yet to be found. He's a different man now. He's not a power hitter anymore. When he was doing all that stuff for Florida with the schools and all of that, he was way more interesting. Now he just seems like another individual running for presidency. He doesn't seem like the DeSantis of old. And that's the man I'm waiting for. And I didn't even see that man in the debate. I didn't see him. And that's why Vivek got my heart. I'm not going to lie. Vivek got my heart. I love him. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, he's the man that became the man. I mean, he's rising up in the polls like no other. It's a little bit, but he's rising nonetheless. He's rising nonetheless. And he's the talk of the town nonetheless. I mean, the man was annoying the hell out of everyone. Especially Doug Christie. Doug Christie was annoyed of him. He was annoyed of him. I mean, Christie was annoyed of him. And Doug. Both of them were annoyed with him. They were. And the thing is, you know who impressed me? Not gonna lie. Nikki Haley, man. Nikki Haley impressed me. He did. She did. Jeez, I'm all over the place right now. I'm eating this freaking 12-grain bagel, and it's just good as hell. Nikki Haley impressed me. She impressed me a lot. And she's the first one that started calling out names. She's the first one that started calling out names in that debate. That's when the debate started. When she was the first one calling out names, that's when let's get hot with it. Let's get hot with it. Because when she started calling out names, and of course, out of all the names, she called out Trump. That's when you know the debate started. And she was impressive. I'm not gonna lie, she was impressive. But the thing is, Trump was the talk of the night. You know what I mean? And he wasn't even there. So obviously him not even going to debate was a wise choice. Yes, we all know he was with Tucker Carlson. And I don't know if he did that so he can take audiences away from the debate so they can focus on him. And despite that, that stream got a lot of views. It got a lot of views. I think over the millions. It got a lot of views. So he did take audiences away from the debate, but the debate got a lot of audience views nonetheless. The debate was highly watched. So imagine if Trump didn't go on the air with Carlson, that debate would have been blown out the water. But to what end? To what end? Because we all know Trump, if he doesn't go to jail, he's going to be the one running. He's going to be the one running. And what I'm scared about, right? This is what I'm scared about. With the fact that Trump is going to be the one running, right? Is he going to be able to beat Joe Biden? And listen, I don't want to mention cheating. I don't want to mention none of that, okay? Because we don't know what happened. I'm just going to say that. We don't know what happened, okay? But is he able to beat freaking Trump? I mean, is he going to be able to beat Biden? Because we all know he's the flavor. He's the talk of the town. He's famous. He's the rock star. We all know Trump is the rock star. I mean, his mugshot is being made into T-shirts, for God's sakes. Trump's mugshot is being made into T-shirts, and you're telling me he's not a rock star? He's a rock star. Period. The man's freaking mugshot was being used to try to make him look bad, to slander him, because I mean those charges, yes, some of them do make sense, but come on. I mean, it is what it is. But it is backfiring. Everybody's looking at that mugshot like, yo, Trump is a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's backfiring really bad. It's backfiring really bad. And it's making them look, I mean, listen, these people for Trump, they're in love with him. They are. It's nothing but romance. Nothing but romance when it comes to Trump. Nothing but romance. You're not gonna listen. He has so many followings, right? So many followings and brand new followings that to put a mugshot out there to try to persuade the people and make them believe that Trump is an evil individual, it's not going to work in your favor. It was better for you not to even do that. It was better for you not to even do that. It was better for you not to even release that mugshot, because now that mugshot is infamous. It's infamous. I mean, like I said, the mugshot is being made into T-shirts. My phone is going off like crazy. It's crazy. Every time I go on a podcast, that's when everybody want to message me. His mugshots is being made into T-shirts. What did you think you were going to accomplish by putting President Trump's mugshot out there? What were you trying to accomplish? I mean, what? I mean, yeah, you got Mark Meadows, you got Sidney Powell, you got Rudolph Giuliani's mugshot out there, but they're not rock stars. They're not. Rudolph Giuliani used to be a rock star. I mean, especially after the situation with 9/11, and he was out there helping. He was a rock star. But then it obviously that dwindled. Trump right now is a rock star. You can't put a rock star's photo out there and assume that everybody's going to want to throw tomatoes at that photo. People are literally throwing, listen, there's panties being thrown at freaking Trump's mugshot. Panties. You know what I'm saying? Panties. All right? So I don't know what you accomplished. I don't know what you accomplished. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to be the decisive moment for Trump when it comes to him running for president. But let's say, obviously anything can happen. He can be put in jail, and obviously whoever wins from the Republican, they're going to pardon him because they all raise their hands. They're going to pardon him if they get put into being president. Because when you're elected president and Trump is in jail and you're finally president, everybody is going to be looking for you to pardon that man. It's simple as that. So either way, to me, in my opinion, Trump is going to get away with it scot-free. He's going to get away with it. He's going to get pardoned. Because I do not see Biden winning. I just don't see Biden winning at all. I don't. And the thing is, right, this is the thing I want to, because obviously Biden's poll has dropped. But I really would love to know the identities of the 42% who approves of Biden so far after the debacle he has been pulling all this time. I would love to know who that 42% is. I would love to know your names and your addresses. I would love to know your name and your addresses. Because I just don't believe you believe what you believe. I don't. I don't even believe that you believe what you believe. I think that the hate for Trump is engulfing you so much that you're willing to pick the most dumbest person to run for president. I think if even Pee Wee Herman was running for president and against Trump, you will pick Pee Wee Herman, despite the fact that he has no knowledge of political situations, no knowledge of running a government, no knowledge of running the business, any type of business. You will still pick Pee Wee because you're hate for Trump. I think those are the 42%. Because I don't understand how Biden's approval rate is still at 42%. Even though I just don't understand. Even though his disapproval rate is higher, obviously. But I was expecting to see his disapproval rate be much freaking worse than that. And it's not. And it was really, really disappointing to see that poll. It was disappointing. I know a lot of people believe that voting is a waste of time. But you got to understand, if you're thinking like that, multiply you by the thousands. That really affects who gets into office. That's why you got to dump that mindset and go out there and vote. Go out there and vote. Get into it. Listen to what you really want your leaders to do for the city. A lot of situations were discussed in the debate, but there were two situations that were not discussed in the debate that surprised me. Obviously the gender debate wasn't discussed. The LGBTQ debate wasn't discussed. All of that. The main thing that's going on in this country was not discussed in that debate, and I was eager to find out what they thought about it. But I guess we gotta wait. But that's all I have for you. 18 minutes of the debate, and I know a lot of you people do not like political conversations, but I had to dive into this. And like I said, don't act like your vote doesn't matter, because it does. This is Black Shy Guy. I'm out of here. Peace!
Arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of suicidal maniac.